What's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here. And today we are going to be having a very close look at Chernobylite. We played this all last week on stream. And today I really want to break into the good, the bad, and the ugly of it all. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, what is Chernobylite? What type of game is it? What is its makeup? Now, as I say, I've been aware of Chernobylite for quite some time. I knew there was a horror game set in Chernobyl. I was a massive fan of both Stalker and Stalker in the Shadow of Chernobyl, an old school game back on PC, mid-90s or so. Massive fan of Stalker, and I was really looking forward to jumping into Chernobylite. Now, I was expecting a very linear horror game. Think Beast Inside, think Call of the Cthulhu, a very linear horror game, probably with the replayability of about nothing, but it would have been a really cool experience. That's what was in my mind's eye. Chernobylite is absolutely nothing what I was expecting at all. Chernobylite is a science fiction survival horror game with free exploration, base building, team management, heist planning, and a very, dare I say it, insurgent way of looking at, to a degree, time travel. There's a lot going on in Chernobylite. On top of all that, resource gathering, first-person shooter, there is an awful lot going into that. So, let's have a little look at some of the gameplay. Now, as far as gunplay goes, it's pretty satisfying. It's nothing groundbreaking, it's nothing brand new, but you've got a little mixture of weapons from the AK to the shotgun to some super modded out revolvers, which I don't seem to have with me. And you can upgrade these weapons as you go. Now, a lot of the combat is going to be run and gun or sneak. Think Metal Gear Solid, trying to sneak up on the enemies as you're going through the bush. Now, we know there's a few guys over here. We're going to try and sneak over to him. If he's heavily armored, we won't be able to take him down with a stealth thing, and we're going to have to make sure that his mates ain't about. So we're going to walk over here, see if we can take him down. We know there's always going to be a couple of them. So get up nice and close to him. Stealth takedown. Stealth take. Why is it not working? There we go. Very Metal Gear Solid-esque. Or if we want to get into a bit of a gunfight, which we do. Then a lot of it will revolve around using cover to your advantage, because these guys can hit pretty damn hard. As I say, gunplay, combat, it's really nice. It's pretty satisfying. It's nothing brand new by any stretch of the imagination. Once you're done with killing, it's time to start looting. You can upgrade this scanner and basically find the components that you need to build things. Herbs, mushrooms, everything in this world requires mushrooms to build. Ammo, all of those type of resources that are going to keep you going throughout your mission can be located a lot more easier with the scanner. Now, it's also worth noting there's a really cool mechanic that as you are going, and if you kill NPCs, your sanity starts to dip. It's almost like, oh my days, I've just killed 16 people, even though they're the enemy. I feel bad about it. You know, slowly but surely your sanity is going to start creeping down. Now, the only way that you can raise your sanity, boys and girls, is either by alcohol or calming salts that will slowly increase your sanity back up. I've got to be honest, it's a mechanic that I really, really like. It's not too over the top. It's not too difficult to stay on top of, but it is a nice little touch where if your character is running around murderizing a load of NAR soldiers, that they might start to feel some effects every now and again. And I do like the idea of having that sanity check up there at the same time. Now, of course, NAR soldiers are not the only hostiles within the environment, and you have got the monsters to deal with as well. Now, the monsters can teleport. They are all over the place. They are one with the Chernobylite. And we got to stay on top of these ones because we never know where they're going to end up. I have absolutely no idea where this geezer's gone. No idea whatsoever. Hang on, let's scan for him. Okay, no bloody clue. Go chase him down. Go chase him down. We hear him spawn. He obviously wants it. He obviously wants it. Oh, he's up there. He's up there. Let's go get him. There's not too many different type of monsters, nor are they too like crazy scary. However, there are some jump scares in the game without a shadow of a doubt. That's not what we wanted. So where's he going to teleport to? Straight behind us and done. There are some jump scares in the game, but definitely not a Blair Witch style horror by any stretch of the imagination. There are also really, really cool side characters that you'll meet amongst all the different world locations, such as Yevgeny. Yevgeny is the member of the Bratvar crew, who's basically some old geezer that's lost all his mates in his gang, and he's the last sole survivor of his little gang, and he still thinks he makes the rules, so much so that if you're nice to him, you may even be able to be second in command of a two-man gang. Live the bloody dream. So once you're done with your mission, just pop open your portal generator and you mosey on back home. At the end of that, once we go through the portal, we will see how our colleagues have done, how our companions have done throughout. Now, they may have got injured, they may have failed the mission, they may have even been kidnapped, and if they have been kidnapped / arrested, then we need to go break them out. All of these type of things are changeable depending on what missions you send them on, depending on their relationship with you, depending on the weapons that you give them, and all of that type of stuff. As you can see, we're getting absolutely bundles of food here, so I think it might be double rations for all, baby. So you can either give them no food, half food ration, normal food ration, or double food ration, and that will help with their morale, basically, as you go throughout the world. At the end of the day, you can then use your skill points, running around, talking to your people, see if they can give you any other missions, or indeed teach you some different perks. This is your base building time, and there's also simulations that you need to do in order to do the main heist, which will take you through basically the underlying plot and everything that's going on throughout the world as you do these simulations. Running these simulations will eventually allow you to do the end mission. So there are more factors into this, such as the time travel, such as your ability to go back and fix past mistakes, but I will let you see those for yourself if you pick up the game. Now, in every game location, there are buildable objects that you can put down that will actually slow down the rate of decay in the world, such as the Chernobylite neutralizer will slow down the appearance of the Black Stalker. The space-time distributor will slow down the effect of radiation, and the wormhole blocker will slow down the effect of monsters. All of these type of things are truly worth building throughout your playthrough of the world. Inventory goes, you do start with a much smaller inventory than this, but you can unlock different skills or different perks as you go. Now, the way that you do this is actually really, really interesting. You go around the world leveling up by doing your missions, by killing enemies, and by various other things like that. But when you get back to base, you spend your perks, as it were, or your skill points with your different companions, and they will teach you things to do with their play style that will help you as you go. So the way that you build this up with skills is actually really, really interesting, the way that you can do that. I really like that idea, as I like the idea of the whole sanity thing. As far as your inventory goes, fairly straightforward. Mechanical parts, flammable things, all of these are lootable within the world. As I say, you need a lot of mushrooms for most things, herbs for healing, alcohol for your sanity, and then you need your guns. Now, at this point, there is no way to break down guns that you find in the world, and I think that needs to be added. That needs to be looked at fairly soon. Otherwise, you do end up with a lot of useless guns, but you can give those to your companions, the same as armor, to help them with their missions, as it were. You can also upgrade your gun, so you can see on this AK-47, it's got a sniper barrel, sharpshooter stock, and a red dot sight, as with the shotgun, and you can do that back at base. Now, once you've completed your mission, you pop out your little portal generator, and you mosey on home back to base, and that will be the end of the day. So, as far as your team goes, you can have up to 5 members join you on the overall heist. The heist is going to be the mission that you are planning towards the end. Up to 5 different members, all with very, very unique personalities and an awful lot of dialogue on each and every one of them. Some of these characters are incredibly colourful. Think Trevor from Grand Theft Auto type colourful. They are absolutely blinding. Some of the dialogue is absolutely quality. I won't introduce you to them all on this video, but if you want to know more about the characters, leave a message down below in the comment section, and we will do a video on all of the different characters that you can find throughout your world. Now, the world of Chernobylite is an ever-expanding, ever-adjusting living organism. So, the more helicopters that you see flying overhead, the more soldiers, the more NAR soldiers that are going to be on the ground. The more radiation that you see, the more damage you're likely to take in various areas. The more Chernobylite crystal on the ground, the more monsters are going to be in the area. And all of these things are reflected in what you choose to do throughout the world. If you're going around killing a load of soldiers every mission, you know there's going to be consequences for it. If you're not building things that slow down the radiation deployment, you know you're going to be taking more damage, and the world is going to evolve to your decisions. Really, really, really cool little mechanic there, and I love the way that you can basically see the overall areas at a glance just out your window. When it comes to selecting missions, you yourself can do one of the missions and then assign the other missions to your companions throughout there. As you scroll up, you'll be able to see the percentage on the chance of success and if they're going to be able to come home with the goods or not. Now, it's very, very important that you keep your food up, that you keep these guys fed, and at the end of the missions, you choose if they get single or double rations or half rations or no food at all. So it's really, really important to be able to balance that. Now, you can send NPC players on main missions, but they cannot complete the mission for you. They can only make the area easier for you on the next day when you go in yourself. So you have to, if there was a mission up there in red, you have to do that. So as previously touched on with the base building side of things, don't worry, you're not building the whole base, you're not building the warehouse, but you do start with a very, very empty warehouse that you need to fill up with certain objects, whether it be to help you craft ammo or survival, or to improve your companions' comfort along the way. There's various crafting stations, cooking stations, and salvage stations that you can build along the way. Now, a lot of these require power, and the more power that you have within there, the lower the comfort of the base will be. However, you've got to make sure your companions are comfortable, so you've also got to build at the same time TVs and things like that to keep that overall base comfort up. If you don't do that, your companions start to suffer. They do worse on missions, they don't get enough rest, and all of a sudden you will start losing them as the game progresses. Now, from what I'm aware, there's not actually a way that you will fully lose them. There's a lot of the time, if they were lost on a mission, you can go and rescue them, but it does take a bit of working out how to get there, how to get yourself imprisoned, to go over and collect them. So the base building isn't crazy difficult, but there's certainly a little bit of resource management and making sure you've got enough beds and the like. In Chernobylite, the RPG elements of it are interesting. The base building aspects of it are pretty cool. The companion relationship side of things is almost like Stalker, old school Stalker meets Mass Effect. It's something that I've very, very much enjoyed. Combat's pretty straightforward. There's nothing brand spanking new when it comes to gunplay or anything like that, but I have landed some of the best shots I've ever landed in me life playing this game. So you know what? I'm going to give it a massive thumbs up. Oh my God, that shot was naughty. Thumbs up. As far as replayability goes, you may want to go through this one more time at least, without a shadow of a doubt. It's a decent playthrough. I probably got 18 to 20 hours worth of game time out of it, maybe a little bit more. That combined with its price tag of about £24, I would say this makes this well worth picking up. If you're a fan of Stalker, if you're a fan of Mass Effect, if you're a fan of those style games, this is definitely one to pick up. If you're looking for a horror game, this might not be the one. This is probably more of a survival game than it is a horror game, but it's a whole load of fun. And it does mix a lot of elements of various games that I like a lot. And they've done it in quite a nice way. So Chernobylite, definitely for me, gets a thumbs up. Guys, that is going to be it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope it helps make your mind up if you want to grab Chernobylite. If it's helped you out in any way, or even if you found it just a little bit entertaining, do me a massive favor, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and share it with your mates. All of these things really help the YouTube algorithm, that discoverability, and I super appreciate it, guys and girls. If you want to catch me in person, you can find me over at my live stream. That's www.twitch.tv/Shanksy. Hope to see you over there, guys. We do stream Monday to Friday, every single week from about 12 o'clock my time up until about 8 o'clock. And we check out a lot of games such as Chernobylite. We're going to be playing a lot of 7 Days to Die at the moment. And I think this week we're going to be checking out The Ascent. So if you want to see a review for The Ascent, make sure you hit that subscribe button on this channel, and we will be posting that next week. But that is it for me today, guys and girls. Until next time, be smart, be strong, be safe, and I'll catch you on the flip side. You take it easy.